So coincidentally, it was like this trend going around on Facebook for women to drop pictures of their deadbeat baby daddies. And so let's just go through a couple of them and see if any of them gave active father. Let's just play a game, okay? So what about this gave active daddy? I just want to know.
What is this?
Like, and a lot of these men have multiple baby mamas. I'm talking 3+. Okay. What about this gave longevity, long-term relationship, marriage, commitment, active dad? What about this?
What y'all doing, ladies?
Please tell me. Because us normal folks with brains, we can look at this photo and like, yeah, absolutely not. There's no way y'all looked at some of these pictures and some of these men and was like, yeah, he's gonna make a great father for sure. There's no way. You will not lie to me. You will not lie to me. Absolutely not. Like, what gave
these are the idiots,
tell me,
that y'all are having babies by?
Like, to us normal folk, this is not a shocker. This is not a shocker. I just don't understand. What could these men have told you to make you assume that they were going to be present active dads? Because none of this give great father. Like, I don't understand. A lot of y'all were not manipulated. You weren't scammed. Y'all just messed around with losers unprotected and thought you were going to get an active dad somehow. Like, just look at the type of men you're sleeping with. Right. Look at the quality of men you're sleeping with, and you thought you were going to get an active dad. I don't understand.
I understand.
What of these photos said, come have a baby with me because I'm going to be active father to them? I don't understand. Like, is the father in the room with us? Is active dad in the room?
Definitely don't look like a good father.
You will not lie to me and say these men manipulated and scammed you. Because I can look at them and say, yeah, no, probably not. Probably not a good idea. Probably not a good idea. Like, especially a lot of these men have more than 3 baby mamas. Why would you think you were the one? Why did you think that? So then you want us, the people, to believe that you were scammed, you were lied to? No, you did not do your due diligence. Yeah. So in this case, you did set yourself up for single parenthood. Because why would you sleep with a man like that thinking you were going to get active dad? Why did you think that? Why would you assume that? Especially a lot of these men have multiple kids they're not taking care of. What made you think you were the one? This is what we call delusion. Okay. And it's time we hold women accountable for it. Right? Because in order for us to see change, we have to call out the BS. And if we're going to continue to ignore it and continue to coddle women, we will continue to see the same mistakes. We're going to see young girls continue to repeat the same mistakes, and we're not going to get anywhere. Stop sleeping with losers, expecting active dads, and stop blaming every man because you made piss poor decisions. Do better.
So my biggest issue with this whole thing, no matter what she does, no matter what happens in her life, is always the man's fault.
Deeper Discussion card game is meant to give you and other players deep understanding of how we all deal with relationship, when or if things get serious. One of the biggest reasons why people break up is because of underlying family issues. This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group, so have fun.
Question number 1. What is the one thing you wanted but didn't receive when you were young? Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend, a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. It'll even tell you what's wrong with your sneaky link. If you and your sneaky link need to have a conversation, these are the cards. Actually, these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
they ain't gonna get wore out.
Durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.
Just like this scenario. A woman would sit here and say, well, yeah, but I didn't know that he was a bad father or he wasn't going to be a good father. But look at these dudes. And just like this woman said, they all, or majority of them, already have children. So my question is to you, ladies, why are you having children with a man that already has children that isn't taking care of his children? The answer is he is the only idiot that will get you pregnant. See, a lot of you are 26 to 34 and y'all don't have children. And you get to the point where you start looking around and that biological clock is ticking. I'm not going to get married, or I don't want to get married. I'm afraid of marriage and nobody in my family was married, but I want a baby though. And then guess what? Y'all love to sit around and say, hey, I want a good man. Hey, I want a man that does this, or I want a man that lives like this, or I want a man that treats me like this. But those men, like me, aren't going to give you a baby. Why? Because we can sniff you out and we know that you have all types of emotional issues, all types of problems that came way before us. So once we sniff that out, we ain't going to give you no baby. We're not going to put a baby in you because we're not stupid. So what do? you have to go to a Pookie because he's the only idiot that will get you pregnant. And that clock is ticking. That biological clock is ticking. You're 27, you're 28, you're 29, you're 30, you're 31. Next thing you know, you're like, all right, I got to find somebody to put a baby in me because I want a baby. You get with one of these losers, and then this is what's crazy. You let him impregnate you. You know he's not going to take care of the baby, and he already has children. That's how you know he's not going to take care of the baby. And what do? You try to justify your stupid, ignorant behavior by saying he's a deadbeat. You knew he was a deadbeat before you slept with him. You didn't care about him being a deadbeat because you just wanted a baby. See, the secret is, this is a secret. A lot of you women do not want a smart, competent, empathetic, good man. You know why? Because that man is going to be smart and empathetic with his child. And you know what he's going to do? Fight for custody. And now that child that you pushed out of your body is now in his house. And now, guess what? You still don't have a baby because that's all you want. All you want is a baby. So you get with a smart, competent man. He's going to look at you and say, man, I'm not going to let this bird brain take care of my child. I'm getting custody. And he has a way better probability of getting a woman to be the child's mother instead of you getting a man that would be the child's father instead of him. And because you know this, you almost have to have a baby with a loser. So he won't take you to court because losers don't care about no child. Losers don't care about themselves. So when you tell the man, hey, I'm pregnant, he's going to be like, it ain't mine, or he's going to just disappear. And now, guess what? He's a loser baby daddy. He's a deadbeat, mainly because, one, he didn't believe that he was a father because most likely y'all are, a little thotty and y'all a little loose. Y'all giving up to anybody, and he knows that. Even the losers know that. Or two, he don't want the child, and he didn't know you wasn't on birth control because you lied. I'll say it again. You lied about being on birth control. All so you can have a baby with no problems. So you get with a good man, he's going to give you problems. You might get more child support from a good man, but it's a possibility that he may fight for custody or 50-50 custody. And you don't want that because you want full dominion over your child. So when you ladies run around saying that you're manipulated, he did this, he lied to you, or my favorite excuse, we were supposed to get married. You know darn well that man wasn't finna marry you. Stop it. All you smart, educated women keep running around having fatherless babies. See, going to college doesn't necessarily mean you're smart. It just means you're educated. Smart women, I'll say it again, smart women aren't running around having fatherless babies left and right. So one more time, you can be an educated woman and be dumb as a box of rocks and have fatherless babies by losers and bums left and right. A lot of you aren't smart. You're just educated. What do y'all think about this woman? Do you think she's right in what she said, or is she over exaggerating and this isn't the normal woman? Let me know what you think in the comments.
Deeper Discussion card game is meant to give you and other players deep understanding of how we all deal with relationship when or if things get serious. One of the biggest reasons why people break up is because of underlying family issues. This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. What is the one thing you wanted but didn't receive when you were young? Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend, a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. It'll even tell you what's wrong with your sneaky link. If you and your sneaky link need to have a conversation, these are the cards. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
they ain't gonna get
really
wore out.
Durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.